Hey, Bill here from Pasture Poultry YouTube channel and Highland Naturals. And today we just want to talk a little bit about why we use non-GMO grains in all of our Highland Naturals feed and why we feed non-GMO grains to all of our animals and why we really think that that is a good idea for everyone. And you know, right now this whole debate between genetically modified food and non-genetically modified food is a little bit of a hot issue. There's camps on either side. There's a big moral and ethical debate going on about it. And at Highland Naturals, we understand that, we know that, and you know what, we really don't want to go there today with this video. What we really want to talk about is just the practical reasons why, you know, non-GMO grains make sense for feed for your animals. And so that's what we're going to focus on today in this video. And you know, the first reason that we want to look at that why non-GMO makes so much sense is because right now there's studies being done, and there's studies that have come out that have actually proven that, you know, when you genetically modify an organism, so corn for example, and you insert that into a grain and it goes into a chicken and then a person eats the chicken, that those genetically modified genes, those little snippets of DNA, actually get passed along from one thing to another. So it gets passed along to the chicken, and then the chicken passes along to humans. And so they've actually proven that in humans who have eaten genetically modified grains or animals that have eaten genetically modified grains, you can detect these little snippets of DNA that have been modified. And so we don't quite know all the ramifications of that yet. We don't quite understand what that means for our health as human beings. But suffice to say, it's probably not a good thing. And we don't really think that that's what we want to be eating, because we know in essence we are what we eat. We want to eat the healthiest things possible. So another reason that we use non-GMO grains is because it's more ecologically friendly. And you know, again, without getting into the whole environmental debate, what we do know practically is that 99% of all grains in the US, so corn, soybeans, wheat, other grains, are genetically modified. So big corporations, you know, create these genetically modified grains or seeds, and they plant them. And in some ways it's good. They produce a lot more. They do enable us to produce more food. But what it also does ecologically is that it makes us very susceptible to disease, as you know, or makes our food system very susceptible to disease, so that because all these grains are very closely related, you know, one disease could in essence take out all of our food supply. So by using heirloom grains or non-GMO grains, we're actually diversifying our food supply and making it a lot more resistant to disease. Now, another reason that we think non-GMO makes a lot of sense is because of what we've done and heard from our customers, and that is that it actually, they have found that actually they feed about 40% less of our feed to get the same results with their animals than that they would on a conventional feed. And so when we look at that, we say, wow, you know, there's a big cost savings. There's a financial factor to this too, that you can actually save money, even though, you know, a non-GMO grain is maybe a little bit more expensive. In the long run, it's actually less expensive because we get higher test weights, we get better nutrient quality out of those non-GMO grains, and then you're able to actually feed less and yet get more weight gain and health on your animals. And so, you know, again, without getting into all the debate about it, we just think that there's a lot of good practical reasons why non-GMO grains make a lot of sense to be used in feed, and because we believe that better feed makes better animals, and better animals make better food for people, which in turn makes healthier people. And so that's why we think non-GMO grains are great. We encourage you, you know, all of our feeds are based on non-GMO grains. We don't use any genetically modified grains in our feed. And so we encourage you to check them out at our website, highlandnaturals.com, and you can go there and you actually buy online. You can get a custom quote online, and or you can just call our office and we'll be happy to talk to you a little bit more about the other ingredients of our feed or how we could help meet and serve your feed needs.